Right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump to the phones, get to your phone calls. And he's been waiting a while, man. He got in early. We got our dude Brad from Seattle. Brad, what's happening, baby?
What's going on, guys?
How are you, man?
Isn't it your birthday today? It's your birthday today, right?
I'm about to. What's that?
Isn't it your birthday today?
Yeah.
Well,
right.
well, happy
All
birthday.
right.
I don't even want to know how you know that.
Hey, I'm a psychic over here.
Call me now.
Yeah, right. Miss Cleo's to my left.
Yeah. There you go, man.
Right. So I'm gonna vent, and it's more of a venting that I've kind of done on the Twitter with you guys of the defense. Man, the over pursuing, the missed tackles, the gap sound. I was just asking, kind of like Gene Hackman was on the replacement. Where's the heart?
Yeah.
Where is everybody? I mean, I've seen better action on a peewee football field on defense than I've seen Sunday.
It's tough. I'll tell you that, Brad. It's tough. I'm not going to sit here and tell you. Go ahead.
Good.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the guys don't try, right? Because we all know the guys. Look, every NFL player has tape. Right, so there is no quitting. There is no lack of effort. For the most part, if you're on tape, you're hustling because you're always playing for that next contract. But you can always, where is the heart? You can say that. And the lack of gap integrity. And the one play that I can call out that just ran me up the damn wall was when Kirk Cousins on third down, I think it was like 3rd and 7, he started scrambling around the left-hand side. They had him triangled in, and Nigel Bradden just overruns him and gives him up the first down. Look, that is a quarterback in the NFL, and if you aren't tasting blood, I'm not trying to hurt anybody, but if I'm Nigel Bradham and I've got a quarterback, a not-so-mobile quarterback running at me trying to pick up that first down, I'm aiming right at the chest, and I'm making that kid bleed. And for whatever reason, Nigel Bradham just tried to escort him out of bounds, and Kirk cut up the field. But that's the type of play you're talking about from a defense that's not going to win you football games.
But right now, we're going to go ahead and go back to the phones and punch up our guy Nick, who's been on hold. Nick, how you doing, my man? You're on with 4th and Jawn.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you feeling?
What's up, Nick? Sickening.
Please shed some sunshine. Because again, like I'm undecided. I'm the Ken Bone right now. I am undecided on which way this team is going. Are they the 3-0 team that we first saw the first 3 games? Or are they the 0-2 team that we just saw? What do you think they're more likely to be?
Honestly, I think we gotta. I watched your video, your reaction video, and I think you're right. Oh, we gotta find middle ground. Obviously. The 3-0, we're on top of the world. We're feeling great. We have all this confidence, but we're 0-2 or the past 2 games, and it's all like, we're not playing well. We're not executing our plays. Defense isn't looking so good, and obviously, I don't think we're going to be as good as the 3 weeks. But I don't think we're going to be as good as the 0-2 stretch that we've had. So I think we need to find middle ground and see where that takes us.
Well, and what I always say, regardless of record, right? It's not about wins and losses. It's the way in which you win, or the way in which you lost.
That's so true.
So for them to lose these last 2 games, I'm not looking at the fact that they're now 3-2. I'm looking at the fact that I have an undisciplined football team, right? That has 14 penalties and then 13 penalties, and I'm looking at a team that. Is Billy Davis back in the building? Because here I am looking at it again where 3rd and long. Defense, you've got one job on 3rd and long. Get the hell off the field. But routinely, time and time again, I have a defense that, for whatever reason, whether it's a broken coverage, whether they're gassed, whatever it may be, cannot get off the field. So me as a viewer, I take stock in that. And I look at, I don't care what the record is, how did you get to that record? And it ain't good.
No,
it ain't good.
Not pretty.
Not for a team that wants to contend.
But we want to go ahead and talk to our girl, Ziz. Ziz, how you feeling, baby?
Hey, boys.
Oh,
how
damn.
are you?
You don't sound sick to me.
Yeah, you don't sound sick to me, man. At least when you call out for work,
fine.
you go, hi, guys, it's Ziz. Sorry I couldn't make it in.
Relax. I have to turn up on. You guys got me over here. I'm going to keep my mouth shut about the Eagles. Because I think I'm sick because of them, honestly.
Oh, you think
I really
they did
think
it to you?
triggered
Huh?
something in me.
Now you got an event that you're planning coming up, and we wanted to bring you on because, I'm not sure all the details are finalized, but from what I've been hearing, the little nuggets that you've been giving me, this is a pretty exciting event. Why don't you tell the people about it?
All right, Fourth and Jawn, I'm so excited to announce this. We are going to have on November 19th
Mark it in your
at
calendars.
FDR Park across from the link at 12 o'clock our first annual Jawn Bowl, and it's going to be insane. We want you to gather up all your friends, your family, bring together your own team. You have that option. You can sign up as an individual player, and we'll put you guys all together. But this is your chance. It's not, again, I know some of us are going to take it a little far. I probably am too, so you guys are probably going to have to check me. But it's not a scouting audition for the shot at the pros. But this is your chance to get the turkey at the Jawn Bowl, and get all the bragging rights and start talking smack on Twitter to one another and see what you got. We're going to have fun prizes. We're going to have music. We're going to have maybe a couple special guests who I cannot announce, but it is going to be a fun time. We're going to post all the rules on the website. Everybody's got to have 8 players on the field. 1 has to be a female. And it's just going to be every man for himself, and it's going to be a fun time. So we want you guys to start signing up. We want you to start formulating teams with each other, with whoever you want, and see who's going to be Carson Wentz of the whole bowl, who's going to be Sammy Sleeves of the whole bowl. I mean, it's going to be great, and I can't wait.
So this is going to be like a flag football tournament, right?
Oh, it's going to be a flag football tournament.
And
we're going to have a couple
fields,
fields, depending on how many of you guys sign up. It's going to be a good time.
So somebody is going to be able to put together a team that's going to try to take on the field the Fourth and Jawn squad, right? Because we're not splitting up. I mean, we got to represent.
You know, I have a torn ACL over here, but I can still sling it.
You can still, Jason.
You old man.
You can still go.
I just had ACL surgery a month ago.
There you go.
Wow, we sound like a bunch of old men. So if you want to come,
we don't sound like a bunch of old men. We are a bunch of
Y'all
old
are
men.
the old parts. I'm the only one here chilling that's in their 20s.
Well, you might have to be like play receiver and anything like that.
Play receiver.
You and Evan over there holding the camera. You guys might have to do all the running around.
That's fine by me. I was all state in high school, so I could play.
Well, I could be. I'm
I
the
played
same
in
size.
college.
Rhode Island.
I'm the same size as
I could play.
Oh, my God. I'm going to be the best player on our team.
Connecticut.
Let's just be for real.
Connecticut.
Ziz, what position you playing?
No, I don't know. I'm like a Fletcher Cox, or I can be, and I'm telling you, or I can be.
You want to go ahead and rattle off some sort of Twitter questions? I know you got a whole list of them. People were very active on Twitter at Fourth and Jawn posting the questions. So why don't you go ahead and rattle them off, and we'll get started.
All right, we got a question from Jay Wooden at 527. She says, "Is our offensive line now that Lane is out? How do we protect Carson?"
Well, you got to bring in a tight end first and foremost. You got to either bring a tight end down to chip, or you got to use your running backs to kind of help and then get out in the routes. But you just got to help him. It's that simple. You're not changing the squad. You got to bring in a tight end or a running back and chip block.
Yeah, definitely chip block. I mean, you can be creative with it. You can run towards that side, give him some extra help. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I know Doug said in his press conference that there was some blown assignments as far as chipping and tight end assignments where V wasn't really getting the help that he should have gotten.
BS.
Well, you know,
BS.
Listen, I got to take it at face value. He said it, I got to take it at face value. But we need to see that Doug Peterson creativity that we saw in the first 3 games where he was molding the game plan around the strengths of the team and putting them in the best position to make plays. So that definitely has to happen. What's the next Twitter question?
All right, we got another Twitter question from @Tara Orser. She says, "What the hell are we going to do about the right tackle position against Minnesota?"
Pray.
Just pray for Wentz.
The Big V Project again, part 2.
I mean, it's just like we said before. You need to give him help. You need to be creative with the offensive game plan. I mean, a lot of that falls on Doug Peterson. You said it earlier, Jason. He's a rookie. I mean, what did you really expect? Did you really expect this phenom to just all of a sudden, this big Hawaiian guy just to come out and just start bulldozing over defensive linemen? No, he's a 5th-round pick rookie for a reason. But that being said, Doug's got to make it happen.
Let me give you these two names on why we shouldn't overreact with Big V.
Yeah.
We talked about it. King Dunlap. Remember that dude?
Yeah.
He's a pretty good tackle right now in the NFL, and we wished him off the field when he was in Philadelphia. And Austin Howard, another dude that just looked like a stiff when he was in Philadelphia. Well, he's turned himself into a productive tackle again, and he's playing in Oakland, right? So I'm not going to take one game and say this is who he is, but in the meantime, can we get the kid some help?
I'm going to give you one more name. What about that
Villanueva?
Villanueva. It would have been nice to throw him on the offensive side. I mean, you tried him in every other damn position.
Yeah.
You want to talk about developing.
He was a tight end.
Quality.
Yeah, and then they tried to move him to the line.
They tried him at
defensive
defensive line. And you want to talk about developing a talent. I mean, that guy is killing it right now over in Pittsburgh, and he was like he was on the defensive side of the ball.
He was a throwaway cut.
He was you know what he was good? He was a good human interest story.
Sure.
Hey, ex-Army Ranger gets gig with NFL team. It was a good feel-good story, and then they discarded him. Mike Tomlin takes him in, develops him. That's the thing we got to understand. Big V, like, don't take it at face value.
Yeah, I mean,
He is what he is right now.